me about, you played them once, so what's the key? I mean, playing down there, how does that make things different than the first time, if at all?
Well, they're undefeated at home, even though, like us, they're not at home. So we're both, I think, combined, whatever. It's, 16, 17, so we're both about 34-0 playing off campus. So that's pretty impressive. I think what we learned the first time is hopefully our guys learned that they're a really good team. Sometimes you tell kids stuff, you tell your players stuff, they have something in their mind that's inaccurate or from the past. But I'm hoping that our guys gained a great respect for their talent level from the first time we played them, and their how good of shooters they are, and how hard they played against us. And we made some really hard shots to get back in that game and to give ourselves a chance to win. So you just got to hope that our guys understand. Makes it easier on me if I'll know more after we practice today with our guys' approach to practice as far as knowing what they're in for on Thursday.
Besides shooting, what makes them tough again?
Well, Rob Gray is right there for Player of the Year in the league. And they can score at all 5 positions. So they really don't, there was times, I look at teams, and some teams really playing 3-on-5, maybe 4-on-5. And they really haven't been able to score the ball at the 5 spot in the last few years, Houston that is. This year, with Brady and Fabian White in there, both those guys, they actually feature Brady at times and go to him, play through him. And Fabian White can make shots as a very talented freshman. So I think that night, their older guys are really good. Rob Gray and Devin Davis. They have 2 seniors that are really good players.
Is it getting any harder to keep your guys focused and grounded, considering now they have the longest winning streak in the country, the longest winning streak in the country, all the accolades they're getting?
Yeah, I don't, they've been great about it so far. We watch a lot of film. We try not to focus on results. We try to focus on improvement. I remind them all that they're broke, that none of them have achieved their goal playing professional basketball and earning their degrees, so they got to continue to work towards their degree and work towards being a professional. Obviously, we haven't achieved any of our goals yet as a team, so I remind them of that. But we do a lot of self-scouting and just throughout the winning streak and try to stay focused on our improvement.
Is that one of the reasons why you keep winning? Because they have stayed grounded?
I think it's helped, but I think the real answer to that is senior leadership. We have 2 really grounded, mature people as our senior captains and made leaders of this team, Gary and Kyle. That's not coming from me. I think I've done this long enough to know when you win as a coach, you know why you're winning. And your personnel is 99% of the time the reason. If your team's grounded and mature, it's because you have leaders that are grounded and mature. So, but we knew that was probably going to be a strength for this team with those 2 guys.
I know the media and fans hype up how good you guys are, but what?
Do they really?
Yes, they do.
What media is that?
All of us.
Maybe locally. Maybe locally. I don't know about the national media with that.
Not enough respect for the national
Did
media,
they?
maybe.
Seth Greenberg did.
Well, Seth's my buddy, so we both have no hair, so we go way back.
You have that connection.
But I'm just go ahead, yeah. So
What went into developing and building this team for it to be this good?
Yeah, I think so. The stars got to align at times. Like when you recruit, you're always trying to get the best players you can, and once you got your program built, you're trying, and you've been around, and you can look and say, okay, we need a little more, with this team, you're looking a year or 2 down the road. Obviously, we knew we were going to need a point guard when Troy was gone. Fortunately, we have 2. With Gary and Kyle, I thought, we had already signed Jacob early, and I remember talking to Kyle about how good of a player Jacob was going to be. And then you're fortunate enough to get Jaron Cumberland as well. Then obviously you say, okay, we got to get some young guys that can come off the bench with this group and can help us. So, you can try. We all try, but sometimes it all comes together. and it doesn't always all come together. Whether it's fortune, recruiting fortune, or staying healthy, knock on wood. You look back, you say, man, if I could have had that guy one more year to play with this other kid, So because in college, college coaching, the hardest thing about it is, you build your business, and then you get people to learn how to be productive, and then they leave your company, they graduate, and you start over again. So it's just having it all come together at once is what you need to be a great team. So we've been fortunate with this group with that.
I remember at the beginning of the season you were kind of worried about defense and how that would kind of pan out this season, but now you're second in the rankings.
Yeah.
So Virginia.
That's why we focused on, maybe because we focused on it this summer. I think defensively for us, depth has been big. Kyle in his second year is much better. We have anchors though defensively. Guys like Jacob and Jaron have been awesome, and everybody knows Gary Clark's great. So you got to have guys that not only are good defenders, but they're anchors. They're so good that they can help other people. So we have some strong anchors, particularly with Jaron has become a defensive anchor for us, which is a huge improvement for us. I think that's taken us to another level. And then ball pressure with Justin and Kane has been big. Again, sometimes they planned all that out. Like I didn't know Jaron was going to play the defense that he's played this year. I'll be honest. That's been a huge plus for this team.
You've played highly ranked teams before, top 5 teams. Without going too much into where you guys are ranked right now, when you see your team, do you see a top 5 team like the rest of the country sees?
Yeah, I don't know. I see. I look at us differently. I only look at us and how can we get better. I speak to people that I respect. Like yesterday, Ralph Willard, who was a great defensive coach and changed a lot of my philosophies on defense. I could never repay him for some of the changes that we've made Gary's freshman year that have taken us to another level defensively. And obviously Rick Pitino, and see what they think. How good do you think we are? Because it's like when you're in the middle of a whirlpool, it's hard to see how fast the water's going. And so you got to talk to people that are outside looking in. They like you, so they say nice things too. So you wonder about that. Tough for me because I'm so focused on just what do we need to improve on, and what's ahead for us, and constantly, what does each guy need to do to get better. So it's really hard for me in that respect. And I think it really doesn't matter anyway. So people always say, well, is this your best team? Well, I'll tell you when the season's over. We'll see how we do. A lot of ball left, see how far we go.
Coach, if you could talk about real quick what it means for this city to have 2 teams, 2 schools in the top 5 nationally.
Well, I think it's awesome, but I would say this, the city of Cincinnati has been experiencing great college basketball for a long time. Obviously, we're both at ranked extremely high now, playing at an elite level, but the basketball programs at the 2 big schools in this city have been for quite a long time now. I mean, from Pete Gillen on, Bob Huggins on, that's a long time ago now. Hug's getting pretty old, and Coach Gillen's been announcing for a long time. So, maybe nationally it's more known, but I think that if you're a college basketball fan in this city, you've been able to experience big time basketball for a long time.
Rob Gray with Houston recently said that this would be a payback game from their loss to you guys in January. What is your opinion of that? Why does he think it can be a payback?
Every team I feel like needs their, have their theories and, motivational things to, get themselves prepared to play us. But, we need to win just as bad as they do. And I think we take the proper approach and preparation, building up to them. I think we'll be ready. They're going to be, on fire because, of course, we beat them at home, and we're undefeated in conference. So you got to expect that with any of the teams we go to the arena, because especially the teams that are like trying to get in a tournament still, a win against us is huge.
When You guys are ranked 5th in the country, and everyone's on Twitter and social media talking about how good you guys are. How do you guys stay so hungry throughout this process?
Like the older guys, you know, Kyle always talks about it. It's just we want more, like as a team. You know, last year we got to the second game, but you know, just want more as a unit. As far as you know, I'm yet to win a conference regular season tournament title or a conference tournament title. You know, further in the tournament, and we know like now, get you prepared for March, deeper in March. So that's how we don't, you know, really pay attention to it. You know, we know it's there, it's cool. You know, family members tell us, hey, you're ranked 5th, congratulations. But, you know, we haven't done anything yet. You know, we've won a couple games, but, you know, the bigger picture is putting more banners up there. So, you know, that's what we pay attention to.
Number 5 in the country, but number 2 in the city. Does that kind of get at you a little bit?
You know, it depends on how you look at it. It depends on who you are, if you're an X fan or a UC fan. But, you know, for the state of Ohio, it's pretty cool, in the city of Cincinnati. But, you know, we're both great teams. You know, people are putting us up there. So, you know, we just kind of try to keep winning, go further, just representing Cincinnati well.
What did you learn playing against Houston in January that might help you on Thursday night?
Just everyone just, you know, like is ready to play us. And I think after the first time we played them, it got our guys, you know, understand like, okay, we go down 18. You know, teams are gonna be prepared to play you regardless of what you're ranked or what's your situation. So you just gotta be ready for every team to get the best punch.
So it's like having to go 100% every single play.
Yeah, from the beginning, you better punch first because typically the other team, if they get the momentum going at home, it's hard to kind of come back from that.